There goes another weekend. Welcome back. It's Monday the 4th of February 2008. I'm Phil Campbell. This is The Gravity. Welcome to all the new subscribers who've just joined up with Miro. It just increased incredibly overnight. We now have about 250 subscribers, which is awesome. So thank you very much for coming on board. And I hope we can get back to the daily shows. We had a bit of a backlog for 2 or 3 days, mainly because I have a web development company as well, and obviously that takes up time. And with South by Southwest coming up, which I am attending, sponsored by another company, which all will become clear a bit nearer the time. I've been a bit busy sorting out things for that, so I do apologise, but we're getting back on track. So, first thing today, great site, putthingsoff.com. This is, I think, a relatively new site, and one of the reasons why I brought it up is because I like the layout for a start. I'm a bit of a design geek, although I don't really have the skills these days to cut CSS and spend time on it and, you know, absolutely get it right in every browser. I get very frustrated with it, so I tend to just stick to the project management side of things now. But it's called Put Things Off, the laid-back productivity blog. Helps freelancers, entrepreneurs and busy people work smarter, play harder and live their lives they love. Don't know about the rest of that, but great little site, really clean, nice articles. I think the guy's relatively new as far as doing this, but really nice, white space, very big fonts, really friendly, easy to read site. I really like that. I guess they've got some guest bloggers on there. And you really should support them because I think they're looking for people to advertise on the site to, well, just to make them a bit of money. They've put a lot of hard work and effort into the site, so why not support them? You know, anybody who does a good site on the internet should be highlighted, I think, because it's a labour of love. It's not just a case of, you know, I expect you to give me money type thing. It's if the guy's done the work and he's passionate about it and he believes in it, then why shouldn't he, you know, get the products of his success? So that's putthingsoff.com. Next thing I want to talk about is about Tumblr. Now, I don't know if you know what Tumblr is. Tumblr, Tumbler.com, is a really easy way to, well, they won't say it's a good thing to aggregate. They would want you to use it for posting like a blog without having to install a blog. You can put text on there, videos on there, embed stuff from YouTube and, you know, assign RSS feeds that you can pull information from. And I tend to use Tumblr as a aggregation source for all my feeds. They only allow you 5 feeds, but if you get in touch with them, chances are they will open it up to give you more than 5 feeds. When I got in touch with them and said, you know, why can't I have like 20 feeds? They said they don't really want to pimp it as an aggregator, which, okay, I understand a lot of people are using it because they don't have about blogs. They could just go there, type, done. So I found some stats the other day from AliInsider.com, and you can get it at purl.com. So that's purl.com, WGPK, and some really interesting stats. I'll go over a few of these. He's nearly hit 1 million users. Hit 1 million users by the end of the year. Apologise. David Kemp has gotten plenty of love from the community. Tumblr has 180,000 registered users, a 59% increase since the beginning of November. At that rate, he's adding about 17,000 users a month. That's a big amount of users. I'd like to see how many of them are actually human versus robots. Tumblr logs are getting 503,000 page views per day, or about 15 million views per month. That is a shed load of traffic. Up 88% from November, including hits to Tumblr.com. The company is getting 719,000 page 22 a month. Now, like a hell of a lot of a minute. Average popular WordPress generates about 100k posts per day across 2.3 million WordPress blogs. So there's a lot more posting going on for a smaller base, which suggests that a lot of people prefer the ease of posting rather than, you know, I suppose the additional complication to having a WordPress blog, although it's very SEO friendly and a lot of bloggers use it, is the updates, the plugins, the messing around with the templates. Maybe outside of the tech fraternity, if you want to call it that, probably a bad word for it, but outside of the tech echo chamber, your average man in the street wants something to be able to get his very quickly, to be able to blog or micro post pictures very quickly. And Tumblr does that very well. So, included in David's stats revenue, because there is none for the time being, the free service doesn't sell ads or anything else. To get to 1 million users by the end of 2008, Tumblr will need to grow by an average 75,000 users per month, which is very ambitious. 440%, the rate is growing right now. So Mash's growth curve just so I think it's plausible. Pretty cool stuff. That's from Ali Insider, very good site. Occasionally I grab information from there. Okay, next site. This is an application called Iris for the Mac OS X. Most software about is Mac, because I'm Mac these days. You can get it at mild-mannered Red Industries. The PURL for it is, if I can just find it, did I put it on here? No, I don't think it. Yes, I did. PURL.com. Gammas, Gammas, and Iris is like a webcam software for the PC. It takes snapshots, make movies, record time lapse. I think it'd be quite useful for Air Mac, and you have a network camera that you want to use, or a web camera you want to use to take screenshots. You can detect, the way they put it, detect unwelcome visitors with motion detection, broadcast your video over the web, your snapshots. It's not like live streaming or Seismic or Quick or BAMP User. It's nothing like that. But if it's a good little webcam app, and if you want to just talk to friends or friends to see you on camera and they haven't got, it's a way of doing it. So that's Iris. I've been transcoding stuff on the Gravity for the whole of January now, and I'm seriously thinking about getting on board with .sub in some way to get translators for either Chinese or Japanese for the Gravity show, so we can talk about URL, so other languages can follow the subtitles. Don't know how plausible this is, but it's something I'm looking at. You can see that translation type service, which is in beta still, at .sub.com. Now, quickly, because I'm not very educated on how money and economic such work, so I went to a site called howworks.com, and a whole file about recession on there. howstuffworks.com/recession1.htm, and basically give loads of pieces in the article about how money makes markets, supply and demand, recession. Read. I'm a geeky like that. I'll print some of this off and I'll sit down while having a coffee or a tea and read through it. Like I say, I'm not very economics, I'm very tech and computers, and that's what I concentrated on. But it's interesting to me. I like to see how things flux, and if you're the sort of person who doesn't know anything about recessions, like I really didn't, I just knew that they equaled bad, or in this case it says good. In some ways it has to happen. It's a good read. Okay, next thing, quickly, I'm going to run out of time here, so I'm going to have to blast these through. Great social media guy, Chris G at chrisg.com, the business of blogging and new media. I came across him on Twitter, haven't really connected with him yet, and I would like to. He helps people with their content, blogging and internet marketing, and he has over 6,200 readers to his podcast. So this guy obviously knows his stuff, and I will be getting in touch with him shortly. I'd like to have a conversation with the guy, and I believe he's based in the UK, which is quite rare to get somebody so prolific. So, all right, next thing is 8 web design mistakes that developers make. You can get to this at purl.com/GALLOC. It's a nice little report about 8 web design mistakes that developers make. I know what looks good, and I have Photoshop, just use blue and white. I'll just center everything, use the free front, and it looks fine to me. Really, really good for people who know what they want, but then decide that they want to design it themselves. Not always the best way, I'm afraid. Okay, so that's it for today. There's a few other things I wanted to add, but I'm running out of time. We've gone up to 10 minutes. Thank you to all the new users who have registered. Watch out in the next week on socialninja.tv for some updates. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Bye.